So at the top of your mat, take a good postural stance. So if we don't start seated meditation or laying, like a lot of yoga classes, we start upright. And what is the foundation of yoga practice? Connection or self-awareness, the consciousness connection to the physical body to start, okay? Roll the shoulders back and down, maybe lift your heels, toes once, twice. Start to pull the abdomen in, so create more integrity through your structure. You know, this is a strong stance, yogis, okay? We're setting a lot of intention and we're putting effort in here, okay? That's in power yoga, okay? Not in all yoga classes. Once your shoulders roll back and down, your crown lifts up, close your eyes. You've connected to your body, set more intention. Now, connect to your breath. A slow inhale in your nose and a slow exhale. So just the traditional yoga here, guys, starts with 5 really clear, conscious, intentional breaths. So go ahead. Remember, I am suggesting nasal breathing, so we do want to seal the lips, even the tongue to the top of the mouth. The jaw is closed. And the air is moving in the nose, out the nose, slower, deeper, smoother than normal. Maybe even adding some breath holds and Bandha work if you know that practice. Last few moments here. So today we'll start with what's called Shiva Namaskar. If you say power yoga, I say Shiva. Shiva is one of the king yogis, okay? Don't forget Shiva Namaskar, sun salutation, but C does have the Anjaneyasana and the knees, chest, chin, as opposed to the Chaturanga. No half lift as well. So just a reminder, let's step our feet together in this version, okay? Arms start down by side. So we're gonna breathe and move. Please take it at your own pace. On your next inhale, we're gonna reach our arms up and back, maybe a little back bend in this one, okay? On the exhale, start to forward fold. Remember, there's no half lift. Left foot steps back, back knee goes down. Take your time, yogis, first time through, right? Inhale, arms reach up. So we are moving, but we're going slow, okay? Hands plant, back toes tuck, right leg steps back, down dog. Take an extra breath here, please. Remember to make this as personal as possible. You do not need to move when I move, okay? Inhale is a high plank position, maybe pausing for an extra breath. So even though we're moving, guys, we are pausing. So there's still stillness within these movements. Now, knees down. This is called the pranam, chest, chin. So my hips stay up. My chest and chin come down, okay? Inhale, slide chest forward, cobra. So I'm showing Cobra 1. Remember, there's many forms of the Cobra. This is more of my gentle, active Cobra. Downward dog, tuck toes, lower down, press through plank or knee plank. So that's my exhale to dog, okay? Let's keep going. Left foot steps forward, back knee goes down. Inhale, Anjana. You take an extra breath or two here. So sometimes it's more difficult to be mindful and meditative in movement, but as the yogis say, this is dynamic meditation. Hands plant, right foot steps forward. Inhale, strong core. Work on standing up. Everything we do is a practice. Reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do 3 rounds, okay? Inhale, arms going to reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Now my right foot steps back knee goes down. So you just did this side, right? You're doing it right. No, don't worry about it. Doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Hands plant, left foot goes back. Down dog. We're moving a tiny bit faster if you're just joining Shiva Namaskar. Inhale, high plank. We've done this before. Knees, chest, chin, pranam. Cobra. I'm showing Cobra 2 now. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward, back knee down. Inhale, arms chest high. This is a pretty strong opening, right? They do this in Dharma yoga. Hands plant, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise. Practice standing up. If you have back pain, extra caution and slowness and activity. 2 rounds, true speed. It's 1 breath, 1 movement. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach down. Left foot back, inhale. Arms up. Exhale, hands down, right foot back. Down dog. Inhale, high plank. At your pace, knees, chest, chin. If that's awkward, you're doing it right. Inhale, cobra. Come on, use that breath, yogis. Downward dog. Left foot forward, back knee down. Inhale. Right foot steps forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hasta, which means arms up. And then exhale, Tadasana. Second side, inhale, arms high. Exhale, bow forward. Right foot steps back, inhale. Left foot steps back, exhale. Inhale, high plank. Knees, chest, chin as your exhale. Inhale is your cobra. Exhale is your down dog. Right foot steps forward, inhale, back knee down. I'm a little ahead of you on purpose, just to lead you, okay? Left foot steps forward, exhale. Inhale is the standing squeezing of the glutes, reaching those arms tall. Exhale is the standing meditation. Last round, inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot back, inhale, arms up. Exhale, down dog, forward fold. Inhale, high plank. Uh-oh, he's moving too fast now. So you slow it down. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, Anjayana. Right foot steps forward. Forward fold. Inhale, we rise. We stand tall. We reach tall. Exhale, we stand in the sacred pause. Last half, yogis. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, bow forward. Right foot steps back. Inhale. Left foot steps back. Exhale. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down doggy. Right foot steps forward, inhale. Arms up. Exhale, hands plant, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Nice, guys. Exhale. That can be kind of confusing and a lot to start at 8 a.m. practice, but it's big stretching and movement. Here we go. First static pose, arms go high. Right hand grabs left wrist. See how my left palm faces right? I want you to traction and reach up, squeeze your butt, your thighs. Notice my feet are together, and it's a little side bend. Now, weight in your heels. Press the padding of your big toe down, lengthen through your side bodies. Yogis, some days there's a day to really push your forms to range, but a lot of days you want to take that form, especially early in class, and make sure you can breathe in your posture. Because if your body locks up too much from, let's call it gymnastics yoga, over bending, you're in this kind of like fight or flight the whole time. Okay, let's inhale back up. Just a shorter hold, guys. Switch hands. So my right palm turns left, left wrist tractions, right arm up, and then I side bend. Get into that underarm, the lat, the ribs, intercostals, obliques, side body. I want those feet together if you can. That's going to help also stretch the outer hip more. Last 2 breaths, please. So a couple new faces in class. Remember, guys, it's multi-level. It's okay if you're new to skip some things. Yoga is a big learning experience. A lot of crazy stuff here, okay? Big inhale and exhale, arms down. Separate your feet, hips width distance. Let's find our chair posture. Arms go forward and up. Knees bend deep. So look what I do just to start. I'm not like fidgeting, but I'm strategically moving to feel my legs firing and turn on more. If yoga means union or connection, I mentioned the idea of connecting your consciousness to your body. So how can you make this connect to your legs more? I like to kind of move a little bit, but then sit low and be still. Last 2 to 3 breaths. We're not holding long, so make it a good one. Okay, big inhale, guys. Now you lay the chest on the thighs, hands on the floor, then you work on straightening your legs more. Here's where we take that inhale, half lift, hands on the knees, bend knees, lengthen chest. So this is like a postural work. So I really work my back muscles here, okay? Let's step back to our high plank. And we're gonna get right into it, okay? We did a side stretch, now a side anti-tension, side plank. Ooh, early in class. Right arm goes out and up. It is a quick hold, not long. Top arm might reach forward, palm turns down. If it's too much, you can always be on your forearm. You can always drop your left knee under your hip. So there's always ways to make this stuff easier. Don't be embarrassed if you have to take it easy. You know, that might be wisdom. So that's what we're looking for. Inhale, right arm goes high. Take it down to the high plank slowly, please. Slow it down, yogis. Left arm goes high. We're gonna do our second round here. Yeah, just a quick round of side plank. We're not trying to hold for a minute or two here, just a good 30 seconds or so. Top arm might reach forward. Now notice, as your butt stick out behind you, push the hips a little forward. Or is it vice versa? You kind of arching your back, hips forward. You know, try to stack, be in a nice line. So it's Tadasana, but on your left arm, and the tension's in your side body. Okay, go slow, please. We'll eventually meet in high plank. Not taking chaturanga right now, downward facing dog. Feet step closer together. Inhale, right leg goes high. Open up your hip, take 3 breaths. So this is called slow flow. We will pause, but we will also keep moving. So shorter holds, so we can keep that brain kind of figuring out the puzzle of the mind and body. Inhale, right leg goes high. Lift your left heel, shift forward to plank. Pause slowly here, curling into a little ball, okay? Pull the knee up, drop the hips lower, pull the heel up higher. No rush, step your right foot forward. You might want your blocks here, okay? Hand inside the right foot, left hand inside right foot, inhale, right arm out and up. So it's kind of like your second side plank upper body, except the legs are now in a lunge. Bend your front knee, straighten your back knee, and twist with your core up open to the right. Some of us, roll your wrist, circle your shoulder, maybe top arm forward. Last 3 breaths. Looks good, everyone. Just, you know, the legs are very sturdy. You want a lot of legs, weight in your legs. So they're challenged to be strong. Don't shift too much weight into your hand here. Okay, that tends to be a thing that lets the legs get lazy here. Okay, big inhale, go slow, right hand down, seal back heel, warrior 1. Notice what I do, I kind of bend and straighten the knee once, twice to get into it. Right hip back, ribs pull in, arms reach up. Make sure your stance isn't too short, so a nice long stride. Listen, your back toes angle forward more than they do to the side. So I don't want my back foot, yogis, turned open. I do want it angled forward. You see that? That's gonna allow me to pronate better, pressing my big toe better. It's gonna protect my knee, allow me to activate some muscles better, okay? So we're in that vinyasa flow style, sequencing postures. Next position, right leg straightens. Back foot steps in, half foot, a foot maybe. Right hand might go on right hip. Right hip back, inhale, reach up. Let's start to hinge. Now, my legs are very active, okay? If it's too much, just bend your front knee and bring your hands on your hips. A beginner more looks like this. Front knee bend, hands on hips. An advanced practitioner looks more like both arms forward, both legs more straight. All of us, big toes pressed down, thighs engaged, right hip back. Eventually, hands on blocks or the floor. Don't be shy to reposition your feet. Start to forward fold, maybe flexing your right foot. Last 3 breaths. As you get better at these postures, you know, if you're really tense initially, you want to try to relax a little bit, right? So the class is always like changing, evolving with what you're working on. It's not always the same. So say you're really good at relaxing the postures, you actually want to engage more. So it depends on where you're at, okay? Take one big inhale, maybe slide your back foot back, rise up to warrior 1. And here's where we're gonna start that vinyasa chaturanga. One-legged, regular vinyasa, or even handstands. Take it down, hands on the floor, right leg backing up. Remember how it started, kind of shaking the leg out here might feel good. If you need the quick demo, I'll show you down dog. We inhale now to high plank. You might add a couple push-ups if you're working on your upper body. Strength. Eventually, hovering halfway, top of feet turned down. If you know how to do a handstand, chin stand practice, feel free. We're gonna meet eventually back in down dog. We'll take a breath there, and then we'll start our second side. So remember, guys, I do welcome headstands and handstands in this class. If there's any place to do it, power yoga, right? So once you're in down dog, no rush getting there, feet go closer together, inhale, left leg goes high. Let's do this active stretch, kind of, you're gonna feel a nice stretch, probably outer left hip, front even waist, maybe even your lower back a little. And you can do it with the bent knee or the straight knee. What we're trying to do is open that left hip to stack atop the right hip. So it is a twist. Just notice if you drop a lot of weight in your right armpit, lift the right arm up a little bit, press that palm down. But also notice if you tense the neck. So where am I like straining my body without really noticing, okay? There we go. Nice inhale, no rush. Left leg goes high. Now we're gonna lift the right heel, curl into a little ball, shift to plank. Just pause there for a brief moment. So these brief moments of real intensity, then we shift to the next one. Okay, and then step your left foot forward. You might want your blocks here. And then we're gonna go for the twist. So I'm in this nice lunge. With my core, I twist up, open to the left. Maybe left arm follows the core, out and up. Some of us, I gave you the opportunity to roll out your wrist. So I'm encouraging, we're together, okay, but I'm encouraging you to add your little flavor. So a little wrist roll might be good. You're new to yoga, it's a lot on your wrist in the beginning, but it will make your wrist stronger. So here's that opportunity to give a little roll. You can circle your shoulder, okay, a couple times, or even reach your arm forward. Last 2 breaths. The main goal is to twist up to the left with your left leg forward, left knee bending, right leg straightening, lifting right hip against the twist. Please take your time. So we're in this low lunge twist here, right? So left hand goes down. I keep moving, you catch up whenever you're ready. We're gonna meet up in high lunge. So it is 2 lunges in a row, we're not here long. Take a couple breaths in your warrior 1. Nice, some of you are just doing headstands. That's totally fine. Some days a good yoga practice is just holding headstand or doing shavasana, okay? Looks good, everyone. Jen, your dog is checking your form there. All right, big inhale. Let's straighten our front leg. Now this is a big pose, all right? So you might have to step your back foot in, guys, okay? Left hip back. You can keep your right arm up. You guys know variations. I can't say them all every class. Now start to hinge. Bend your left knee if you're new, okay? Just keep the strong core and leg integrity. With practice, you're gonna pause more halfway, engaging your legs. With practice, eventually, hands on floor, forward fold. So this is a very active form of stretching, yogis, all right? There's a lot of strengthening, weight, active engagement, but there's also stretch. So try to find a healthy medium. You know, that's like, you know, what's Hatha yoga, right? Hatha, the yogis created Hatha yoga. It's like
let's just put it in a nutshell. It's like when my body wants to give up, I don't give up. You know, it's like going beyond the body. That's like what yoga is all about in the long run. You know, going deeper than just being limited by the physical body. So my body wants to stop, give up or be weak. No, I keep going. You know, that's like really what the Hatha Yogis said it's for. Not giving up at the first sign of fatigue or pain, learning to deal with those kind of tough states, okay? Now listen, bend your front knee, slide your back foot back, inhale, warrior one. So take it up one more time. And then here's where you get a few moments to have a little fun. So eventually, hands plant, left leg up and back, revisiting this one more time. So remember, that's an extension because the leg is lifted up, back, and open. If you wanted to try it, little handstand hop, peek up at knee, feet forward, shoulders over wrist, bend knees, little hop, soft landing, little hop. You know, literally, guys, that's called a Shakti kick, and that could be translated as like a power kick. Power yoga, you know, it's a little hop. Remember, we are working on the skill, the grace, the body awareness, not just like jumping and slamming our feet into the floor, landing soft, slowing down, feeling it all, okay? Trying to eventually, you know, stack your hips over your arms better, but that's not like the end goal by any means. It's a fun part of class where we play around a little bit. It can't all be work, all right? Downward facing dog, guys. Let's keep it going. Down dog. Big inhale on your nose. Big exhale. On your inhale, look forward, bend knees, spring or hop forward. We will take the half lift. Inhale, sacred reset. Exhale, forward fold. Now, feet together. Chair pose, second round. Feet together, please. Adding onto your chair, so progressive it's called. Hands in prayer, at the heart, twist to the right. Start to hinge a little bit further, maybe elbow on the thigh. If you're ready to arm balance, there's always arm balances. I like sometimes the active versions where I don't even hook, I just hover the elbow, okay? I also sometimes spread the arms there. So eventually your left forearm's kind of outside your thigh. Just notice any pivoting of those knees. Try to keep those knees closer together and breathe. The best yogi is the best breather, not the gymnast, okay? Chair posture, inhale, butt low. Oh, keep those knees bent, yogis. Remember, the body wants to give up, but the mind is stronger. Hands in prayer, and slowly start to twist and bow a little bit more. It starts kind of hooking that elbow outside the thigh. We want to try to take the rounding out of the spine. Okay, notice if you shift weight too much to your toes, a little bit more in your heels or vice versa. What is my body doing? The self-study. So these layers I mentioned, yoga starts with just cultivating enhanced self-awareness. And then it moves into self-exploring and self-study to develop self-understanding. All right, and those are kind of those first tiers of it. That leads to what the yogis call self-love, the ability to self-transform and self-discipline, leading to self-mastery. And then one of the ultimate goals is self-realization. Go slow, chair posture, stand up, squeeze that butt, booty, all right? Reach up tall. Now we go for a pull. Left knee lifts. If you're good at it, you can do under the hamstring, straighten the leg. If you're a little bit new, stay here, lift the knee higher. You could even go in front of the shin. Many variations, 3 breaths. You know, there is toe bind, but that's pretty early for that. Look how I'm working my posture. I'm driving through my standing leg. I'm lifting that leg up into my chest. Big posture right now, okay? Short holds, power yoga, right to the next brain puzzle. Bend the right knee, start to hinge, shoot your left leg back. So left knee was just forward and up. Warrior 3, drop your left hip down, flex your left foot, lift that left leg high, please. So it's supposed to be challenging. You're supposed to get a little frustrated and annoyed. It's supposed to be a little too much. That's how you get better anyway. Now you're in warrior 3, take your time. We're gonna bend the standing knee, get low. Land left foot at the back of the mat, warrior 2. So now I take my second warrior,
but I open my hips to the side. My right knee is forward, my left toe is angled forward as well. Here we go. Get deep into that front knee. Gaze over that right hand. Warrior, mind, and body. What does the warrior represent? A very intense energy and experience, but the warrior has to be clear, clarity and intensity. It's a symbol of power yoga. It's not just about being strong, yogis, but composed in the chaotic kind of intensity. All right? Yoga is a mental practice, right? I mean, it's really even deeper than that, but we'll keep it there. Flip that front palm up. We're back in the side body. So this is usually considered biggest side stretch of class. That right arm goes up and open. Okay, feel big side stretch. Left hand can be on the back leg or around the back, kind of even another subtle shoulder opener. Nice. Yeah, we're working, yogis. Triangle, arms to the T. I usually teach this instead of side angle. If you want to mix side angle in, good idea. Look at those feet, they're wide. Not here, yogis, okay? Right hip down, reach forward, hinge. Right hand on the shin, right knee bent for my newer people. Lengthen through my core, twist my chest up. Work on engaging my thighs to straighten my knee. Block is a good idea, okay? Deep breathing. This is classic kind of power yoga that we're doing right now. If you're pretty new to yoga, we do this type of movement a lot, okay? Now bend your standing knee, last posture here. Main peak side body strengthener, half moon. So look down, walk your right hand forward on the block of the floor, shift your weight to that right foot, right hand, and then boom, that left leg lifts. With practice, start by looking down, okay? With practice, you'll look to the left, you'll work on hovering your right hand. So you can see I'm hovering. You can see the nice line from the crown to my heel. Arms widen, legs straighten, I breathe. Maybe bottom arm forward, who knows? Maybe both arms forward. That's called extended full moon. Warning, practice at your level. Be honest with yourself, yogis. That's a big thing here. It's okay to take easy versions. No one can see it anyway, okay? Do what you need to do. You don't have to go crazy. Challenge, bend standing knee. Pull top knee into chest. Remember where it started, at the top of your mat? Press through your standing leg. Knee up, arms up. Maybe straighten leg. Tadasana, left foot down, arms down. Take a breath, please. A standing neutralizer, a back bend. Widen your feet, hands on your hips. So if you want to kind of swoop them up, fingers face up. I don't want to see this. I want to see the hips go forward more and the chest lift. So it's a standing extension, not only in your back, but your hips also, which means that your hips go in front of your legs. You don't stick your butt out back, okay? Standing back bend, big inhale. Arms high, widen your feet, please. And then yogi squat. All right, take a breather. We got our whole second side to do. This is our little kind of palate cleanser. Arm balance, crow. If you have headstand or handstand hops, do that instead. Plant hands, elbows in, hands out, knees on tricep. Don't look down, yogis. Look forward. Spread that back. Grip those hands. One foot lifts than the other. So I'm flying. Okay? Don't forget you can use a block in front of you. You can use a block in front of you to rest your forehead on. Just notice the block is very far forward. I'm not crunching into a little ball. I want to try to spread my back and look forward. Remember that the eyes kind of lead the body, or the body follows the eyes. So if we're always looking down in yoga, that's a pretty bad habit. We do have to do that a lot in some forms, but let's not get into a pattern where we're overlooking, kind of rounding down. We want our exercise to create good posture and body mechanics. So that means standing tall. I'm going to keep going, yogis.
Bend the knees, hands on the floor. Let's rise up to lift those hips. Shake it out if you need. Second side, standing. Right knee lift. Some of us grab the knee. A few of us grab underneath that hamstring. Opposite pinky bind, please. So my first time, my right pinky was on bottom. Now I switch, so my left pinky's on bottom. That's important. Let's not have subconscious tendencies in the body. Let's be aware and set more of an intention. Shoulders back and down, lift. Some of us can straighten the leg. We already did pyramid. It's kind of like the same posture.
Nice. Some of you are not even holding. You're just taking the really tough route. Nice, Ryan. Nice. Okay, now I want to see how slow you can go. Our next posture is warrior 3. So our chest does come down. That top leg goes back down and back and up. So that is an extension. So from a bent knee, what we call flexion, to an antagonist or counteraction, the leg goes down, back and up, and the chest comes down and forward now. There it is. Yeah, eventually your chest is parallel to the floor, but you don't need to force that. And eventually your left standing leg is straight, locked. You don't have to do that either, okay? There's a lot of things that the advanced yogis do that I wouldn't suggest the beginners doing, right? That makes sense. So, there's no reason to rush. You got plenty of time to keep building up the practice, and there'll be a good day where you may want to try one of those more intense versions. Warrior 2, guys. So from warrior 3, I bend my standing knee, I land my right foot back, I windmill open, all right? And then I take a moment. You see how I just kind of, I settle in. I don't have to be too hard on myself. We're being hard enough. Take a moment to settle in, bend straight in. Then you find that warrior once you give yourself a short moment here. Look how my shoulders are right over my hips. My side bodies are nice and long. Shoulders are back and down, not here, okay? Arms go to the T, I gaze forward. I press those feet down and squeeze my legs together. Couple breaths. This is basically the main last standing exercises. I will do, this class goes fast. I wish we had a little bit more time. So we're working in those legs early here, okay? Flip your front palm up, keep that warrior 2 leg. Left arm goes high. Nice. Yeah, this is all the peak lateral stuff of class now. Looks good. Just notice if you get a little too compressive in that back body. We're always trying to create length. So even though we are compressing, just still have that idea of creating length in the core, particularly, okay? Big inhale, yogis. Our next position is the triangle. So arms back to the T, back leg might step in a tiny bit, but back toes angle forward, left leg straightens more. More beginners, soft bend in that knee. Drop that left hip. Look at the pelvis. So peak lateral tilt. Left hip down, right hip up more. Reach out and then hinge. So my left hand eventually will find my shin or that block. Always usually recommend blocks here in the group form, okay? And then we're here, long spine, long legs. Come on now, twist that chest to the sky. Drive your left hip forward. Lengthen your left side body. Let's breathe.
Bend standing knee. Walk left hand on block or floor forward. Shift weight left hand, left foot. Right leg lifts.
Half moon. Now flex that right foot. Lengthen your core. Pull your ribs in. Come on, make those traps softer, neck longer. There was a famous yogi once who kind of the first one to teach us these other forms of yoga called karma yoga and bhakti yoga. Jnana yoga, study and discipline. Before that, yoga was union with God, right? But, Krishna came around and said, here's all these other paths to yoga, to union and to deeper consciousness, connecting to the many layers of reality in yourself. And he said, intensity is the purifier. Whether it's study, exercise, work, intensity is the purifier, burns away all the drama. Okay, burns away all the unnecessary stuff.
Standing knee into chest, bend standing knee, top knee into chest, Stand up, knee up, arms up. Right foot down, arms down. Standing back bend. Widen your feet slightly, please. Inhale, arms up and back. So this is like camel, just to be clear, okay? We usually do this on the knees often. Hips forward, chest, navel lift, weight and heels. Head can actually drop back a little bit. Navel pulls in and up to support core because you are dropping into a back bend. Abdomen in, please. Very tough posture. Standing back bend. Woo. Tough for advanced yogis, okay? Go slow. Inhale, arms up. Take it slow. Widen your feet. Yogi squat. For those of us holding yogi squat, a stretch. Right forearm in front of right thigh. Left arm up. Couple breaths on each side. You can do half bind around the back, full bind. Hands meet behind right hip. Notice you can see my knee, okay? For those of us doing a crow, you could try again. If you want to try side crow here, I kind of just give quick demos, yogis. We don't have that much time, all right? Knees together, heel lift, hands plant. Now I twist to the side. I create that shelf like chaturanga, just like crow, except my outer right thigh and hip rest on my tricep elbows, okay? So that's the twisting side crow. If you know anything else, baby crow on your forearms, a shift to chaturanga, a shoot back work. I've shown multiple variations from there. But a moment for your arm balancing practice. 3 more breaths. Do your second side, my people doing our stretch. Left forearm in front of that left thigh, right arm out and up. So your arms are spreading from being inside that thigh there. So pushing that knee open. The right knee does not want to cave in, it opens up. And then the second side looks like that, right? Take your time. Yogi squat down to the butt. So yogis, I do want to give you some time. We are going to do the wheel and the bridge, all right? We got to do that active back bend. It's been cobras, anjanasanas, and standing back bends. They're all stretchy back bends, let's say. We got to do one core. Let's go strong with our core for a moment. Back body, and then we're going to start stretching. So I'm going to give you a little bit more unwinding time. Okay, here we go. Boat posture, ball of the feet touch. I will do the full, what we call in yoga, the boat kriya. So it is high boat to low boat, not easy, okay? I'm lifting my chest. With practice, your legs can go more straight. I'm gonna round my spine. So I want to think cat. I round to lower down slow. My lower back is flat. Exhale, more of a cow, lift up. If you can't do this, inhale, tap my shoulders, exhale, lay on your back instead, cover your feet, press your lower back down. You could just do a little arm back, little crunch. Yogis, either way, when you're on your back, your lower back arches down. I don't want to see that, the back being pulled in an arch because your legs are too heavy or something, okay? That's where this becomes a lot more dangerous to the back. We have a few more, guys. We didn't hold many planks and stuff, right? So it is good. Maybe we get into that core a little bit more here. I know a lot of you like that core work. You can skip it if it's too much. And I know a lot of teachers say like hold the thighs here or hold, put your arms on the floor and do it. It's a tough one. You're straining in a way in the lower back, particularly that you're not really strong enough to do that motion. So I like to have you do just little crunches instead. Get those abs really firing. Don't use your arms because then you're still not using your abs. If you are going to do it with your arms, make sure you just lower down as slow as possible. So like the negative. That's a good principle. Always know that negative is going to build that concentric ability in any exercise. Pull-ups, push-ups, squats. It's always the negative is going to help build that concentric action. Down to our back. Let's do one more little core exercise. Listen. Right arm reaches back. Left arm down by side. Big inhale. Right hand toward louder left pinky. A little crunch, a leg swing and a twist. Same side. Inhale and exhale.
Inhale. So this is like a little revolved moon. We didn't do that posture, right? We didn't do a revolved triangle either. So I want a little bit extra revolving here. Right hand toward outer left leg. Inhale, not alternating, same side. Last few, about 12 to 15 per side. If it hurts your neck, throw your left hand behind your head. So on your back, you're just doing this. It's not a big twist. It's a small twist, okay? It's kind of like the opposite of that scorpion we did. Second side, right hand down, left arm back. Exhale. Uh-oh, I'm losing you guys. That core is burning. We're just gonna do bridges, yogis, and then it's stretching after the bridge or wheel. And then I'm gonna do a couple stretches. And if you're new to class, this is the only class I ever have taught where you're gonna do Shavasana on your own, okay? Because it's only a 50-minute class here. So you got 10 minutes till 9 a.m. Pacific time to do your meditation, all right? So listen, guys, when you're done with, let's call it your front core, let's do your back, your posterior core, your glutes, your lower back. Save energy for this part, all right? I want you to think of core. Core is a very complex area of the body. The glutes, the lower back, the twisting, even the thighs and the hip flexors, quads, they're all considered core, yogis, all right? So here we go. Shake it out, bring your knees into your chest. Last active 2 to 3 minutes. Feet are gonna go right on the floor beyond your sit bones. So your knees stack over your heels. Do not let your knees bow in and out. Feet are about hips width distance. Arms are gonna press down by your sides, press through your feet, lower back presses down, and then let's lift our hips up. So it's like a hip thrust, they call it in fitness, okay? Now, potentiations or cues, press your big toe down better. Pull your heels towards your shoulders a little bit more. Posterior tilt, your pubic bone goes higher with effort than your navel. So your abdomen pulls in as your pubic bone goes higher. So your pelvic tilts posteriorly. Lengthen your side bodies. If you're ready, you go for a wheel. You widen your feet, you flip your hands over your shoulders, you lift everything up. Nice, Ryan. Nice, Teresa. You know, in the neuroscience, it's called critical brain state. I mentioned intensity is the purifier. There's a state of the brain they call critical brain state. It's basically when you're in a very, very intense, almost scary, intimidating, awkward, challenging moment, and the whole brain fires in the moment. It's funny. It's like they talk about how like your hearing neurons or any like certain specialty neurons, they'll start firing in like new ways and reaching out for like new neural synapses. So we want these like really brief moments of intensity. And then you take a little breather, so lower down. And there you go, you windshield wipe a little bit. And then you got about another minute and a half to do a round or two. If you're gonna do bridge, maybe just a long hold. That's how you're gonna get stronger. Hip thrust, hold. Let the muscles remember strength. That's how you get it. Just create memory by being in that form, that activation. But some of us going for wheel, you probably have time for 2 rounds, all right? Because you can't hold as long, most likely. Remember in wheel, our elbows are in, guys, okay? It's that same thing. Chaturanga is elbows in here, right? Forearm plank is elbows here. Dog is elbows in here. And you're kind of like this now, which is headstand, but even pushing back. But all of them have elbows in. All right, don't forget that, yogis. You're wasting a lot of energy and stressing your body out with those elbows wide. So let's do it. You feel good, you put a block between your thighs. You feel good in bridge, you do one leg up. Let's have some fun, let's work. Last work of class until we stretch here. Go ahead, go on your own. Come on, have some fun. Please. Uh-oh, some of these are starting to stretch already. A lot of yous. Intense class today, okay?
So I did want to do those active back bends. That's important because we didn't do locusts, we didn't do up tables, we didn't do active cobras as a group. We needed that active back body, all right? Because the back body wasn't strengthened particularly. You know, Warrior 3 was a really good one, but we needed that, okay? So listen, let's do a stretch now. Most of you look done. You keep going, your practice, you're having a good day and wheel, do extra. Happy baby, knees in the chest, grab hamstrings, ankles, or even feet. That's the progression. Happy baby initially just starts like this. Pulling, kicking. Calves, ankles, maybe big toe or feet. Look what I'm doing, I'm straightening, bending. We didn't do straddle, forward, fold. Kind of a nice opportunity to mimic that posture. You're just kind of moving in ways that feel good, okay? Figure 4 position. Some of you would rather do pigeon, that's fine. Very active class, all standing. So here on the back we'll end. Right ankle atop left knee. Thread the needle, reach through, grab that left hamstring. Just 3 to 4 breaths, please. It's very traditional in a lot of the classes to end with like a hip stretch and then a torso release or waist release, lower back, right? So here's our hip. Now, right into our waist stretch, a twist. The deepest twist of class. Left leg releases, right knee over right hip, scooch my hips right, and right knee over to the left. So this literally is our revolved moon. We did half moon, same body form here as revolved moon, but more stretchy. I'm twisting my left knee over to my right knee over to the left and reaching my right arm out. If you want the big variation, listen, biggest stretch of class. On your back here, you're like this. My right hand would reach down behind me. My left knee would bend, and my right hand would grab that left foot also. So it's a double bind. So on your back, you would look like this, right? Biggest stretch of class. And if you're doing your own stretches, it doesn't have to be anything exact, guys. It's kind of like, let's find a couple releases, you know, for your body. It doesn't have, it can be anything. Okay, let's slowly unwind and shake it out. Some of you are doing your own thing, beautiful. Okay, left ankle atop right knee, figure 4. That's going to be piriformis and glute stretch. It's also going to be a little bit of like that sacrum release. These two go really nice together, the pigeon into the twist, okay? Close your eyes, nice gentle pull on your right hamstring, flex your left foot. And there's no perfect timing. You know, how many reps, how long should I do it? There's a lot of context there and person to person and what your body needs. How long should I do this stretch? I don't know. Do you even need it? A lot of you probably don't. All right. So it's a tough question. Some of you, there's a few of you probably need to hold this stretch for 5 minutes. Depends on what situation is in the body, and that's how we would determine that. And with 31 people in class today, you know, it's so different for every person. Twist, knee over hip, left leg across. Okay, so you might want to scoot your hips a little left as your left knee goes over to the right. You might scoot your hips left so you're in a nice good posture. Even your left leg, that right leg, the bottom leg might walk over to the left. So there's a lot of adjusting there to find a nice long body. All right, left arm reaches out. Don't forget, if you're going to do the double bind, your left arm kind of reaches down behind you and that right knee bends. So you grab, your right hand has your left thigh, your left hand has your right foot. Biggest stretch. Contortionist time. So listen, yogis, what I want you to do, this is, rare for me. This is not, we got to make sure we do a Shavasana now, but I need you to do it on your own, okay? Because I'm going to take this class right up to the 50-minute mark, like which it is now. So what I want you to do today, it's called self-imposed discipline or Jnana Yoga. Now a teacher doesn't make you do Shavasana, the subtle part, which a lot of people skip. And this ain't personal. I don't know who skips. If you skip, you're the one who needs it, all right? So this is the difficult part for a lot of us. I just want you to lay on your back for 5-10 minutes. Close your eyes, and it's called alpha brain, conscious relaxation. It's like going to sleep. It's right before you fall asleep. And you're in that deep kind of body's asleep, almost like half asleep, but you're still conscious. And you exist in that state. So you get comfortable. You can do another stretch or two, do your thing. You got time, as much time as you need, right? So you do a stretch or two to prepare, and then you're going to establish yourself in a comfortable position and let your body rest. And you do that with a lot of intention. You relax intentionally. You get better at resting. You're training your brain to shift from stimulation and intensity into calm, centered, and grounded. All right. The more difficult to practice the exercise, the more that's needed. All right. So I'm going to leave you here, guys. Self-imposed Shavasana. You could do a little breath work or an active meditation as well, but something subtle, body. Okay. So thank you, guys. I really appreciate you guys showing up and working hard. My name's Rob. Namaste, everyone. I'm going to end class here. So I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. All right. Thanks, everyone. Ruth and Lisa. Thanks. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Sharon.